Yeah, but but the one thing about it, man, they took over the city, bro. Like they really did, and it was really like a Super Bowl type level event. Like every day for a week, it was nothing but wrestling events after wrestling events after wrestling events, and they put on a hell of a show. You know what I mean? It's been a while. I went to WrestleMania when it was Austin versus Rock like 20 something years ago. And to come back and do it again, and listen to bring my son and just to be there and see the spectacle. The one guy came out named Seth Rollins came out with the mummers. Everybody had Eagles green on, some type of salute, the white and green. And we know Lane Johnson and Kelsey was there. You know what I mean? Like it really was a like a event. Like it really was an event. So they put on for the city for sure. I want to read some numbers real quick if I can find them real quick here with what they did. It was considered the greatest WrestleMania ever, and the numbers speak loud. It was the biggest gate ever in the link. Now think about that. We're talking about the link where the Philadelphia Eagles play. Biggest gate ever at the link.
That is
Biggest
crazy.
attendance record at the link. The biggest for Wells Fargo. Biggest attendance at Wells Fargo.
That's for Monday Night
Uh,
Raw.
Yep, biggest event for pay-per-views ever ordered. They shattered every record that they had for WrestleMania. They shattered it, and it was
I mean,
all
I
in
think
Philly.
I think a little bit of that too. I mean, I think for WrestleMania is great. For wrestling is great. I think when you shatter in the gate stuff is because you're adding more seats, right? Like you
Oh
can't have
yeah,
that many
for
seats in a
sure.
football field in the middle. You got a little ass ring, you can add more seats around the ring. So yeah, you're going to sell more tickets, possibly, potentially. And salute to all those people that came out. It was not a warm night. It was fucking cold out there that day.
Yeah, it was
So
cold.
Saturday and
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah,
was cold. So I was like
it
thinking
was
like,
cold
damn,
as
these
shit.
dudes coming out half naked, wrestling each other. You know what I mean? Titty bumping. They cold as shit. Yeah. A bunch of grown men out here. Never mind.
Yeah, man, it's motherfuckers like you, man.
A bunch of grown men out there looking at these bulls chest out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but
Nah,
like
but
I
I
said,
wanted to
man,
go. My homie did me dirty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Dame. He did me
did he
dirty.
go? Did he go?
Of course he went. He did me dirty though. Then he wanted to hit me up 45 minutes before Monday Night Raw hit. After I've been talking about it for 2 weeks, and like, yo, here, give me 300. I'll meet you down at the gate. I'm like, bro, it's 45 minutes before the show start. I'm like an hour away. What we talking about?
That's
Guys,
funny.
man, these dudes.
That's
So
funny. But no, yeah, it was a lot of grown ass men walking around with their championship belts, reliving their dream, man. But it was fun though. My son had
so
a
who
ball.
was the champ? So who won?
It was Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. So Cody Rhodes, you'll remember this
Yeah, I
name.
remember Cody Rhodes
He's
with the
Dusty
white.
Rhodes'
That's
son.
the Rose son. Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes' son won, and Roman Reigns is a cousin of The Rock, and this big whole Samoan dynasty that they call the bloodline, and he's part of that bloodline. And he lost, but he was champ for like 4 years straight, which you haven't seen since like Hulk Hogan type shit.
So is Roman Reigns done? Is this that was it for him? Was that his?
Nah, he just lost, but I mean, I'm pretty sure like they're kicking off new storylines every after
This is
WrestleMania.
okay. So let me ask you a question. I'm not sure how
Oh,
much you into wrestling. Obviously, you went to this because it was a big event.
yeah, for sure.
My thing is this. It's just funny to me when I'm hearing interviews like all throughout the week. I think
On ESPN,
Pat
yeah,
McAfee was
Pat
here asking these
McAfee,
champions
yeah,
about, how's it feel being champion? You work real hard to get here. I don't quite understand it. Now I know it's hard to make it to this level. I know it
for
ain't
sure.
easy. It's tough to become that main character
You got to
and
be an
and be,
athlete.
be marketed.
You
But
got to have it all.
you ain't earning no championships. That's why it's so funny to me. Like you ain't Roman Reigns ain't like that. That's a
Well,
script.
think of like the president. Like they talk about the president, right? The president's not elected; he's selected. He's selected.
Okay.
So, like the
Going there. You going
championship
there. You
is
going
that
there. Okay.
the championship guy is the guy who they can make the face of the company and who they can feel can gather and gain more viewership for them. It's like at the end of the day, it's a business. And when they peel back the curtain and you hear some of these Pat McAfee's and Logan Paul interviews, it's about who can
They can
generate the
market.
most money and who can they market.
Yeah.
That's why Austin was so good. That's why Rock was so good. That's why Hogan was so good because these guys generate and put asses in seats. That's the game. That's the how you get there, whether it be a character that's you, made up character like the Undertaker, whatever you want to call it. As long as you can get put asses in seats and start to pull emotion from people, like no bullshit. My wife was bawling, crying watching this guy win, and she doesn't watch wrestling.
Who? Cody?
Cody, yeah, because it was like she resonated with like his story, and then everybody knows Dusty. Dusty died. This boy trying to be like his dad, but he can
So
never
is he?
handle the
He's a hero,
belt.
not a villain. He's not a villain, right?
Nah, he's not a villain. Yeah, he's a hero. He's they call a baby face. He's a hero.
He's a hero.
So
Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like she got caught up in the emotional part because they did this whole nice vignette. They show, and not even that on a side story. We actually met. I met Dusty Rhodes before. Me and her met Dusty
Mm,
Rhodes before.
okay. So it's a
So you
little
met
hit you a
the
little
legend. You met the
hit
man.
you a little harder. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you met the man. So there's some type of connection there. But yeah, no, like it. I mean, that's why. I mean, think about it. Think about back in the day with Rock and Austin. Everybody was saying Rock's stuff, and you didn't even watch wrestling,
Yeah,
but you knew all his catchphrases. Everybody said Austin 316. How many shirts did that man sell?
yeah,
What, almost 100 million, probably even more than that. So when you
yeah,
got that type of guy who can generate that type of buzz, and everywhere you go, he's a spectacle because they want to see him. I mean, that's what it is. And I'll tell you what though, we'll move on. I've never heard the link louder